Morning Abotai, Moadim Simcha. There's a very interesting Mishnah in Masechet Sukkah. It's brought down in Halacha with regards to the Arba'at Minim, with regards to the 4 species that we take on Sukkot. A person is supposed to take the following number of items. Listen carefully. A person is supposed to take 1 lulav, 1 etrog, 3 hadassim, and 2 aravot. Altogether, 7 items. Now, what happens if a person wants to add on? The Mishnah says, it's brought down also in Halacha, Shulchan Aruch Siman Tafresh Aleph Saif Tedvav. The Halacha is one may not take more than 1 lulav and more etrog. There's machloket if you took more than 1 lulav and 1 etrog in one shot, if it's considered bal tosif, adding on to the mitzvot. However, what about taking more than 3 hadassim and more than 2 aravot? Is that considered bal tosif? Is that considered adding on to the mitzvot or not? It's machloket. Da'at Rambam is that when it comes to hadassim ve'aravot, a person is allowed to add as much as he wants. Since in the Torah refers to lulav, spells it chaser. It's read kapot, but it's spelled without a vav, as if it says kapat, 1. Peri etzadar, pri is 1. However, when it comes to hadassim ve'aravot, va'anaf etz avot, plural. Ve'arve, plural, arve nachal. So therefore, the Rambam says a person can take as many as he wants of hadassim ve'aravot, and Maran HaShulchan Aruch rules the same, that a person may take as many as he wants. That's why, by the way, among many Hasidim and Admurim, Rebbas, things of that nature, they try not to take more than 2 aravot, but hadassim they take a lot. Some take 36, some take 42, some take 72, all sorts of different tzirufim and all sorts of different numbers to be yotzei different inyanim. However, a closer analysis of the Shulchan Aruch, he ends off the tza'if. Listen carefully. The Shulchan Aruch ends off after he says that according to halacha it's permissible to take more than 3 hadassim ve'aravot. He writes, "Ve'ham medakdekim," those who are careful about mitzvah observance, noagim shelo lakachat yoter mishte aravot u'shlosha hadassim avot. People who are concerned about mitzvah observance, they take no more than 2 aravot and 3 hadassim meshulashim, no more. The reason for that, the Rama writes the same thing in Darkei Moshe. Darkei Moshe, the Rama says the same, that since there's a machloket whether or not it is bal tosif, you stick with 3 hadassim and 2 aravot. It's also like that according to the Kabbalah. The Levush brings down that according to the Mekubalim, a person should not add on to the 7 items. 1 lulav, 1 etrog, 3 hadassim, 2 aravot. There is something special about the number 7 when it comes to the arba'at minim. Also, similar to the Ananei HaKavod, but that's a different story. Also, the Ari HaKadosh himself writes in Sha'ar HaKavanot, the Rabbeinu Chaim Vital quotes as Rebbe, that the Ari HaKadosh al Pi Kabbalah would also not take more than 3 hadassim and 2 aravot. The Elbaz writes the same thing, that according to the Mekubalim, you only take 3 and 2, and he says he would do the same thing. Therefore, according to the Sfaradim, sometimes by Hasidim, okay, they have their own minagim. But by Sfaradim, there's absolutely no reason to take more than 3. Sometimes you see people with a whole bush of hadassim. Is it mutar? Yes. Is it appropriate? No. Maran says no. Ari HaKadosh says no. Radbaz, Levush, Kaf HaChaim, Rama, you name it. Across the spectrum of poskim and mekubalim, they're all saying no. So why do some people take it? Because it looks, right, they like to stick out a little bit. So because they want to stick out, and sometimes when people take out their lulavim, it causes the tzibur to ooh and ah. The ooh and ah doesn't override halacha and Kabbalah. Person has to be medakdek ba'halacha to know what is mutar and what is appropriate and what is not. To know, but some people with beards do it. Okay, which I tell you, Maran and Ari HaKadosh also had beards, which I tell you. Kach katuv ba'halacha. Well, it doesn't override what people do. It doesn't matter what you're wearing. It matters what it says in the halacha. It matters what it says. B'divrei poskim shemipiem anu chayim. That is the proper halacha, regardless of what other people are doing. And therefore, among the Sfaradim, for people to do that, regardless of who you may be, know that you're going against Maran. Know that you're going against the Ari HaKadosh. Know that there's no basis, neither in halacha nor in Kabbalah, unless you want to. Maran says, if you're not a medakdik b'mitzvot, okay, so, whatever floats your boat. Aval mikol makom, this is the true halacha for us, and even though it may look more u and ah to surround your lulav with a bush of hadassim, know that it is not in conformity with Maran and the Ari Kadosh, and therefore there's really no reason to do it. Get 3 hadassim ksherim, get 2 aravot ksherot, tie it to your lulav, and blend in with everybody else. It's a mitzvah to be normal. It's a mitzvah to blend in. It's not a mitzvah to stick out. Don't forget, there's a Gemara, Masechet Berachot Daf Lamed Aleph. When Hannah prayed to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for a child, what kind of child did she pray to HaKadosh Baruch Hu for? V'natata le'amatcha zera anashim. Says the Gemara, what's zera anashim? Zera hamuvla bin anashim. She said, I don't want my child to stick out. I want my child to be the same like everybody else. I don't want him to stick out. I don't want him to be weird. Hannah prayed for Shmuel and Navi to be normal. Can you imagine? So that's a big deal. Also in halacha, pray for your children to be normal and not to stick out. Have a wonderful day. Moadim l'simcha.